Hey everyone, this is Leonard. Welcome to the CCM section of this tutorial. We're going to get into some different things, some different approaches that you can use whenever you're playing CCM. I know a lot of times with CCM songs, the piano and the keys are generally buried underneath the guitars and you can't really hear what's going on. So hopefully with this, you'll be able to grab some different tools so you can have an idea on how to play certain things and what to play when you're playing CCM. That'll help add and enhance everything that's going on. Let's get into it. So for this section, we used Israel Houghton's Your Presence is Heaven, and then went into some other different things. And we kept everything in the key of C. So basing everything off of the C major scale, with C being the 1, D being the 2, E being the 3, F being the 4, G being the 5, A being the 6, and B being the 7. And if you notice, there's a delay on the piano. And the reason why is because for this particular style of music, delay on the piano seems to work really well. Number one, it forces you to play with space and be intentional about where you put things. So you can't really go all over the place with arpeggios and a bunch of huge voicings all of the time, because then it gets really cluttered with the delay in the background. So first thing we're gonna do is go into this intro arpeggio over the 6 and 4 and the 1 chords that are happening, that are really the basis of the verse of this song. So since the chords are being outlined in the left hand, is basically just A, E, and C. And then you have your 4 chord, same thing, F, C, A, and then your 1 chord, C, G, and E. And all that's in your left hand, while your right hand maintains this pattern right here. It's actually a really straightforward pattern. So all I'm doing here is I'm starting for the first part of it with A, C, B, C. So I'm really just utilizing, if I want to call it by the numbers, I'll go 6, 1, 7, 1, and then 7 and 5, which would be B and G, and then back to the 1, 7, 1. And that's really the bulk of that pattern. And the second time, we'll go down to the 5, to the G to start, instead of going to the 6. So we'll go. That's the only difference between the two. And that's being retained over the chord changes in the left hand. So you have and the 1 and the 3 are interchangeable. So whenever you play the 1, you can go to the 3. This genre, in my opinion, more so than playing other styles, picking your spots is very important. It helps, it can really make or break how the song flows and what direction it goes in. Like where you place your inversions and where you place your movements and your melody lines, it can really take the song to a whole different place if you use it at the right spots. So it's good to kind of leave space for your ideas to grow and develop as the song goes on. So now that you guys got the foundation of the intro, I want to get into a left-hand arpeggio that you could use just to add even more dynamically to what's going on in that section. So I'm still retaining this in my right hand. And in my left hand, I'm basing it off of the chords that I blocked out earlier, but I'm spelling them out in my left hand. So for the first one, I'm doing A, E, G, C, D. Then back to E, then G, then C. So that's for that 6th chord. And for the 4, I'm outlining that as well, starting there. So F, C, A. And then from here, I go G, F and C, G, A, C. And that's happening while I'm doing this. And for the one chord, same thing. C, G, E, then G, D, E, G, C. C, G, E, G, D, E, G, C. So the numbers that be 1, 5, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 1. And that's going on while this is happening in the right hand. So let's see how that sounds all together slowly. So that's something you could do to just kind of spice up that with your left hand as like a piano moment thing.